Okay, so I'm Catman from Catman's Rocks on Voodoo Radio Online. I'm at Firevolt Festival and I'm joined by none other than Mason Hill.
So,
Yeah. You have to introduce yourselves, guys. Tell us what you do in the band.
I'm James, guitar player, songwriter, and general resting bitch face.
And I'm Mark, drinker, guitarist.
Cool. So, you headlining tonight, how's that feel?
Yeah, it feels great, yeah. It's, we do the same show, whether it be headlining or on First, we enjoy it nonetheless. But yeah, it's great because we played here last year, loved it so much, really grateful to be asked back. But headlining this stage this time, then the answer will close the entire festival. Yeah, so we're pumped.
Yeah, you've been doing quite a few festivals, haven't you? You know, I think the name Mason Hill is on the hill.
No, we can only hope because it's what we love to do, and without people digging it and wanting to come see us, there's nothing. So yeah, we'll keep making the tunes, keep turning up.
So you told me you got a new album coming out.
We do.
Yep.
Or you're working on one.
We do. Yeah. It seems to be that we're probably gonna have an album out, and then we'll be already thinking about the next one right after that. So yeah, cool. It's pretty cool to know that we've got so much in the back line at the minute, the back pocket rather. Because we love playing new stuff. We've had the debut album for a while now, and don't get me wrong, I love playing the songs, but it is cool to play new stuff, and that way that the crowd kind of like don't know it, so they go a bit quiet.
Yeah.
And you don't know if it's taken well or not, and then
you see, especially with the new ones, there's maybe a bit more kind of riffy parts and maybe slightly heavier in parts, and when you see the heads kind of nodding, you're like, okay, that's good. And then when the song ends, if you get a big cheer, then it's went down well.
We're going to hear some of the new stuff today then?
Yep. We'll be playing 4 new tracks tonight. A balance, there's a real heavy one. You can tell it's still the same band, it's still Mason Hill, but it is different in the sense that there's some progression there. Slightly heavier guitar tones, slightly heavier riffs, and then there's a balance with 2 of the others that are a bit more like our old school Mason Hill, I guess. Still upbeat, kind of like Against the Wall, but it's got some a bit softer elements to it. So I think ultimately we try and provide a balance so that when you are watching a headline set like tonight, it's not the same song from start to finish. There's ups and there's downs throughout. So
I look forward to it. When can we expect the album to be out?
Good question.
That's a question for management, I think.
That's a good question. I mean, we expect to have it all tied up and recorded before this year is out, which means then we'll be thinking about what the first single will be and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But ultimately, I think prior to the actual release, it's about a 6-month campaign where you start feeding the singles and that, typically about 4 singles, I guess. So I think we're pushing to get it all done and dusted by the end of October. And then we can choose our singles, choose the videos, and the actual release. Yeah, but before summer next year, anyway. That's the aim, at least. Goalposts move, things happen, things you can't prevent at times. But for us, all I can say is, regardless of what happens, I was looking at a folder yesterday on my laptop called Album 3. So we're well ahead in terms of how much we'll have to give when this album's out.
There's been a bit of a wait for album 2. I mean, there was a big wait for album 1. There's been a fair wait for album 2, but once album 2's out, we'll be full steam ahead, gigging non-stop, hopefully hitting Europe and places we've not really hit yet, and then we'll be straight into album 3 as well. We're not going to mess about. As soon as we spent a lot of time, sitting waiting.
What would you say your main influences are?
I think it changes. Like going back to the debut, like at that point, a lot of the songs started forming when we were like 19 still, like 20, 21, and so on. So back then, I know you're the same, Mark. Like Aldridge was always a massive influence on us because I remember being a teenager that loved nothing but like Maiden, Lamb of God, Machine Head, all these kind of heavy bands and that. And it was Aldridge that kind of started to show, for me at least, riffs with good songwriting, good vocals, good melody. Not to say obviously Lamb of God don't have that, of course they did, but you put Lamb of God on because it's like heavy metal screaming throughout, whereas Aldridge have like that.
So like they've got the perfect balance between heavy music, but then you can sing along to their songs, you can connect with the lyrics.
Yeah,
They tell
I've always
you,
thought that
you know,
they are possibly right up there in terms of influence. But you know, we like probably
it's funny.
like
It's funny because just about every band I've interviewed today, they've all said Alter Bridge. You know, somebody said Alter Bridge.
it's because they are great songwriters first and foremost. So the guys, you know, Miles and Mark can pick up an acoustic and it will sound great. But yeah, I mean, we like probably all the same bands as you. We all the rock community tends to like all the same stuff.
I think there's only two types of music. There's music you don't like. There's music you do like.
Well, there's that too. Yeah, no, of course. But no, we're a wide stretch of different likes and different influences. I could go from loving something like, I don't know, John Mayer.
I was going to say John Mayer for you, definitely.
Maybe considered for some people middle of the road pop blues rock or something, but you know, I love that kind of stuff. I could listen to pop radio and love that at times. If it's good, like you said, if it's good, it's good. And if it's bad, it's bad.
That's right.
So yeah, but ultimately the love though always comes back to rock and metal.
So if there was one artist, either dead or alive, who would you most like to collaborate with?
Oh, good question.
That's a good question.
Alive, yes.
I mean, straight away I would just go to Miles Kennedy, but we've already kind of talked about Alter Bridge, so I'll try and think of somebody else. I mean, I love my classic stuff. I would love to have, like, wrote a song like kind of more classic kind of rock vibes with, like, hear like Dio singing over it or something like that. That'd be really good.
It's funny you should say that because I was just thinking to myself, I feel like if you ask me the same question tomorrow, the answer might be different.
Yeah.
Funny you should say that because I think the first thing that came to my head was I think it'd be cool to do a song with like prime David Coverdale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And pretend for a moment I'm like Doug Aldrich, even though I'm not.
Yeah. White Snake, that was the second band I ever saw live when I was younger. Some years ago.
There's many though. Yeah, the list could be endless there. So
So, was you the interviewer now? Who would you like to have sat here interviewing?
If we were interviewing someone, who would we want to interview?
Yeah.
God, that's
another good question. So many answers. That could be possible.
I would love to interview any of the guys that have lived that crazy kind of lifestyle through the 70s, 80s. Someone like Ozzy Osbourne. If you could get a coherent answer out of him, I mean, to be fair, he seems to be a lot better than he used to be, but somebody like that that's lived a crazy lifestyle and is somehow still alive, you know.
Yeah, do you know what?
I'm not always doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did let me make it to 70, you know.
Yeah.
I think there's so many things that come to mind to me. For some reason, I was starting to think of World War II and what people I could interview from that, but I won't say that. But from a music point of view, as you were just saying, I thought, for some reason in my head, I thought it'd be cool to interview the child Ozzy Osbourne and ask him, what do you want to do when you grow up? And see what he says. Before he became Ozzy Osbourne, what does child Ozzy Osbourne want to do?
I like that. So,
I
like that.
There you go.
Both Ozzy Osbourne.
Did you say Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, I said Ozzy.
So then, guys,
World War II.
headlining later. Wish you all the very best. Really looking forward to the set.
Yeah.
And all the very best with the new recording. And when you get it out, send it my way. We'll get a spin on Voodoo Radio for you.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Yeah, we will do. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Cheers, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.